Hello Flosstube, I hope you're doing well. I'm back from my vacation and ready to film another Flosstube. It has been about 4 weeks, so since the 28th of June was my last Flosstube, so a little bit longer than normal, but I was away for a couple weeks, so that is forgivable. My name is Tanya, and this is my channel, Multiple Lanes Creative Brain. Reason it is Multiple Lanes Creative Brain is because I'm always dibbling and dabbling with all kinds of different crafty mediums. Lately, my medium of choice has been cross stitch. It is predominantly what you'll see on this channel, with small interludes of crochet or knitting or drawing, nails, all that stuff. But today I just have cross stitch for you. I come from a small area on eastern Prince Edward Island. Live in the country with my husband and his mother in the home that he was born and raised in, and we live in 10 acres of land in beautiful PEI, and it's nice and sunny today. It's a beautiful day here in Prince Edward Island. My husband, God love him, is outside making way for deck preparations because finally, after a number of years, we are going to put a deck on our house. Yay! I'm also experiencing a whole lot of allergies and hay fever. Leaving the country for a couple of weeks and coming back and to the country where it's hay and fields and animals, because I have 2 dogs and 3 cats in the house and 6 cats outside. It is really a lot, and I think that my sinuses and my allergies are going bonkers. So forgive me if I'm a little harsh, or if I have to pause to cough or take a drink of water or what have you. I want to thank everyone for coming back to my channel, all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I've got a few more subscribers since my last upload. I'm honored that you choose to subscribe to me to watch my videos when I post them. And for anybody who's watching that's new, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming along on this crazy ride, and my obsession and joy of cross stitch. And I know that it is an obsession and joy that's shared by many, many people. So how I have learned that through the Flosstube community, which is incredible. So thank you for coming. And if you're new and this is the first time you're seeing me and you're enjoying my content, I hope that you will want to subscribe and like my video, maybe throw a comment down below. I will answer every comment. Yeah, and I hope that you enjoy what you're going to see. So in this last while, I stitched on 15 counted and 6 stamped cross stitch because I do work. Lately, it's predominantly on counted cross stitch because it's kind of like I really love that, but there is a time and a place and a joy for stamped cross stitch, and a lot of the stamped cross stitch that I have is licensed art. In the early year of when I started, because I've been cross stitching for about 1.5 years. In the early years, I bought a lot of stamped cross stitch kits from different websites that maybe their artwork wasn't legitimately obtained. So I have them, I will stitch them, but predominantly what I stitch today is licensed artwork, and I will tell you where they're from and all that good stuff when I get to them. So I've got 2 big buckets sitting here as I purchased some plastic totes from Michael's the other day so that I can help kind of organize my stash a little bit. It tends to get out of control. I don't know about you, but is there anybody else out there that is extremely creative and has a brain that just constantly spins, but your area of creativity is a mess? It's, you know where everything is, you're good with it, but everybody else you live with is looking at it saying, you got to do something about that, because it's like it's spreading. It's like it multiplies and it starts to spread into other spaces. So every now and again, I feel for my husband and his OCD, and I think, I got to find a way to organize this stuff a little bit better. So I bought these 2 totes, hoping that it would help to contain my stuff a little bit. And it just keeps growing. So it's getting harder and harder. I have a really, really large full-size ottoman that I keep close to where I sit and stitch. And it opens up and it is full. I didn't think I'd even fill that, and it is full. And that's not the only place in the house that has cross stitch. yeah, my name is Tanya, and I am a cross stitch addict. And I think I might need an intervention, but I don't really want an intervention. So yeah, we're good. All right, so let's get into it because it's been a little while and I don't have these in any particular order. I stitched for a week or two before I went on my vacation. I left on my vacation the 4th of July and didn't get home until the 18th of July. And while I was away, I only took 4 pieces with me. I wish I had taken more because it pigeonholed me to only stitch on those. And even though I managed to put stitches in every single day, some days it might have only been one thread, so it might only been 20 to 40 stitches. But I did stitch every single day, and since my last Flosstube, I have not missed a day of stitching. I try not to do that. All right, so the first one I'm going to pull out, and I will edit into this space right here where the door is, photographs of what it will look like when it's finished. And everybody knows and loves this one. This is a fan favorite for a lot of people all across the internet that's doing these. It is Lola Studios Summer Quaker. I love it. It's awesome. I picked it up and worked on it. Let me find it in my list here. Summer Quaker. I picked it up. It doesn't have any stats because I'm doing it off the paper chart, but I put 513 stitches into it because I was counting the stitches that day. What I had decided to do is I have a little tiny decision wheel with my counted and my stamped stitches on it. And when I really don't know what to stitch and I've got decision fatigue, I just click that, and 90% of the time, whatever comes up, I'll stitch on. I'll say, let's throw 500 stitches into it. So this is where this comes into play, and I put 500 stitches on it. So this is what it will look like when it is finished. And this is what it looked like before I put the 513 stitches into it. And I have a very squeaky, creaky old chair, so if you hear any weird creaking, it is not me making those noises. And here is where we're at now. So pardon all my hanging threads. This is being stitched 1/2 on 46 count. I can't remember the name of the fabric. I got it quite some time ago. My plan with this one was to complete the whole inner section before I did the outer section, and I managed to get in these 2 new houses and most of that tree. So that is all I have left to do of the inner section, is the houses and the clouds. So that's where Summer Quaker is. It's so pretty. I love this one so much. The colors, the whimsy of it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. So that is Summer Quaker. Next one in my bucket is one I took with me when I went to Europe. And it is another paper chart. It is the Rose of Sharon. It is Mirabilia. I had said I wasn't going to start another Mirabilia till I finished the Sun Goddess, and I didn't. I lied to myself because I'd started it. So this is what it will look like when it is finished. And if I have a picture of what it looked like before, I will put it, but I'm not 100% sure I do. And this is being stitched on a 32 count vintage, is it vintage gray or vintage stone? I can't recall. It's printed on one side, so I think it's like, yeah, if I can remember what it is, I'll put it. If not, then it's something vintage, Stormy Clouds or something. So anyway, this is what it looks like now. I worked on this a couple of days while I was away. Let's see if I can move those out of the way a little bit. And I managed to get the cherub's little face done, and I worked on these roses coming down here. It's pretty much all of this that I put in while I was away. I think it's really pretty and it's looking really nice. A few more sit downs with that, and I might actually get into the woman. But yeah, there is the Rose of Sharon and my progress on that. Set that over there as well. All right, next one I worked on is another one of those decision fatigue days where I wasn't sure what I wanted to work on. So I spun my wheel and this came up and I said, okay, I'll put stitches into it. So I put 370, no, that's not it. It is up here, the 584 stitches into the main thing, and I'm not sure how many stitches went into the frame because I've got it. It's Shannon Christine's Christmas Mug Club, and it was a Christmas club that you paid so much a month and you get a new pattern every month, and it runs for a full year. Right now it's a gingerbread one. Since I'm not even done with the last one, I haven't touched the gingerbread one, but I still get it every month. So if I have a picture, this is what it will look like when it's finished. And it's just being stitched on, I do believe, I think it's an 18 count, just gray Aida. And if I have what it looked like before, I'll put a picture here. And this is where I am at now. So I had completely finished the first mug, and I did some work on the frame and stitched this much in this mug. So at this point, the frame has, I have the numbers here, I just got to be able to read them. I have 1,286 stitches out of 8,944 stitches done of the frame. And I've got 1,353 stitches out of 2,902 stitches for 46% of. So I'm almost halfway through the Santa mug. I don't have any specific timelines or must-get dones for that stitch. It's just when I get a hankering to stitch on it, I pull it out. So that is that one. The next one I have here is the very common, very popular Lola Crow Stitch Along. For the first, the framework I had finished. The first feet and second feet I kept up with, and then I've been off the track and off the rails since. I have not caught up to it. I could, but I found it tricky to stitch on while I was away because I needed to use my tablet to look at the frame, and the main pattern that I was working off was off my laptop at home, so I only just put the latest feet on my tablet and was just kind of poking away at places I hadn't stitched. And now I have to merge the two together in order to have them, I have to mark them off, the ones I did. So I didn't do a ton. Lola Crow, where are you? There it is. So I only did 288 stitches in it since the last time you've seen it. So I'm currently sitting at 9,848 stitches completed out of 12,461. And I think that that's not including the latest one that came out. I don't think that's got the peacock. I'm not sure, but I'm like 79%. So I'll insert a picture of where it was the last time you've seen it. And I have it in a hoop. I won't take it out of the hoop, but you'll be able to see most of it anyway. So there's the top part of the frame there. And then we're at the bottom part here. So I have a certain color floss missing, so that's why this tree isn't filled in. And part of the top of this guy's big head isn't filled in, but yeah, this is where we're at. I started putting in the jumping birds here. It's most of one in there, and I started putting the tree in, but I need to take a day and just really pound this one. So yeah, that's where it is at, the Lola Crow. It's not imperative that I keep up with the stitch along. I just want to be able to do it when I want to do it. So that is that one. And the next one I have is another one that I took with me when I went away on vacation. And it's called Hot Chocolate Season by Ursula Michael. And this is what it will look like. And it is Christmassy, and I don't care. I'll stitch Christmas in July and summer in December. It makes no difference to me. I just stitch what I want when I want. I'm a sweelie kind of girl. So I have a picture of what it looked like before I started stitching on it there. And this one's seen a fair amount of love while I was away on vacation. It is being stitched on a 14 count vintage country mocha. And, oh, don't lose the needle. This is where it is now. Let me just put the little booklet behind it. There. So I have "'Tis the" with an S and then "cookies and." But where I was working was inside the hoop. I finished this little gingerbread girl and I've been working on this mug. I think she's adorable. I backstitched her too, so that part's done. I'm just kind of backstitching as I go. It's adorable. I have no idea how long it will be before that's finished. It'll be done when it's done. Let me put that in there. And there's no stats for that because it's a paper chart, so I just stitch what I've for however long I wish. All right, so then the next one that I have, and I also took this one with me to vacation, and this one is called "Friends Make Life a Little Sweeter," and it is cotton and twine by the Historical Sampler Company, and that's what that will look like when it is finished. It's super cute. I had ordered the box for this one, so it's got the floss and the linen and everything with it. Don't think I have a picture of where it was before, but if I do, I will put it in. And this is where I'm at. I managed to get a fair little bit of this done while I was away. I finished the word "friends." I finished working this flower motif up here. Started working on the M for make. Yeah, so that one's coming along. I think it's beautiful. I signed up for their subscription boxes. They ship out after the 25th of each month, I do believe. You've got until then. And you can sign up for it. And if it's your first time getting one, I think you can put like first 15 or something. There's a discount code and you can get 15% off your first box. So I signed up for it because I really like it, and you get like a bunch of goodies inside of it, and a lot of floss tubers get them early so they can show them to Flosstube. And so I know what the next month is going to be, and I'm pretty stoked about it. It's pretty cool, and it comes with a frame to frame it, the whole 9 yards. So, and if the one coming up is one that you don't want, you have the option to log into your account and skip the box. So I think that's pretty awesome. All right, so the next one that I worked on is one that's another very popular. Oh, my arm is bad. There we go. It's a very popular one on Flosstube. It is from Modern Folk Embroidery. It is a Fruits of Plenty. This one is something I just absolutely love. This one, it's so beautiful. I've wanted to do it for so long and finally just said I'm doing it, and so I started it a few months back. Let me just check and see. Where is my stats for this one? That's Lola Crow. You're here somewhere. I know you are. There it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure how many I actually put into it because I didn't write that part down. But I have 7,311 stitches completed out of 47,397. I'm at 15.43%. This is what it will look like when it is finished, although I'm doing different colors. And what it would have looked like the last time you've seen it. The lighting in here is not good. I don't know if I can make it any better. And this is where we are now. So the last time I worked on it, I worked to finish off this part, and I'm bringing down this part and this little piece. So this is where it is. It's a beautiful piece. And I'm doing it with 3 shades of this purpley color. 38.35, 38.34, and 38.36. So basically the majority of it is the 35 and 34, and no, the 35 and 36. And this darker color of 38.34, I'm just throwing in from in different spots, like it's in this heart, it's the bird here, it's these petals or motifs here. Yeah. So that is Fruits Plenty. Stay there. All right, so the next one up is one that you haven't seen for a while, because it is the Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along, the Hayed Sal. The one that I'm doing is Drinks on the Beach, and it started in January 1st, 2025, so it's no longer available to purchase. At the time, you had to pick between 12 charts, and in those 12 charts, you would pick one, and that would be the one that you would do. They would release 4 different segments. There's like 3 pages and a bit of each one, like roughly around 25,000 stitches for each installment. And if you complete 6 full pages before the 31st of December 2025, you get all the 12 charts that were made available to choose from for the SAL. And if you finish the entire chart completely, you get all of the charts from the SAL plus the choice of one free chart from the Heaven and Earth page. So the last time you would have seen this, I had installment 1 and installment 2 completely finished. So that 6-page requirement is completed. I am hoping to complete the entire thing, around 90,000 stitches, before the end of the year. I will admit I'm a little slow going on this 3rd installment. I didn't start working on it until I got home. Or I suppose I did work on it a little bit before, a little bit before I left, but mostly just working on it once I got home. Here's a picture of what it will look like when it is finished. And here's what it would have looked like the last time you've seen it with the first 2 installments completed. Now I do have this in a nerge frame, so I'm not going to take it out of the nerge frame. I'm doing this on 20 count Aida, 2/1 full cross. So that is the first 2 installments. And inside here, let me just flip this down, is where I have been working on installment 2. So you can see it's everything below this line. Installment 3, I mean. So I haven't gotten as much into installment 3 as I would like. I've got 2,965 stitches of installment 3 completed. Right now it is sitting at 51,670 stitches completed out of 72,675 of the stitches of the 3 installments. So we are at 71.10% complete. So I've been forcing myself to pull this out and put 3 or 4 lengths of floss in it every day, at least. I figure if I stitch about 2,000 stitches a week, we're on track for a finish before October 1st, because I would like to have this installment finished before the next installment comes out. So that's Hayes Drinks on the Beach. Put my magnet back on that before I forget and wonder where the magnets are all at. All right, the next one I worked on is another one of those decision fatigue days where I've grabbed my tiny decision wheel and pulled it out. This is a Stitcherovia. I will put it here for what it is. It's called Pina Colada, and I love it. It's super colorful. It was originally designed to go on like a 14 count black Aida, but I'm putting it on 18 count black Aida. This is what it will look like when it's finished. I can't wait to get it done. I think it's gonna look great. And when our outdoor kitchen area is installed, I'm hoping to be able to find a water-free area where I can hang it in my little outdoor kitchen, which will be so cool. Kitchen / bar. So this one, stat-wise, I put 372 stitches in it the day I spun it and pulled it out. So we're 3,654 stitches completed out of 4,967. So I'm at 73.57% complete. And some of it is inside the nerd frame. I don't know if this will make a difference because it's just a bag, but we'll hold it up. And this is where this one's very backstitch heavy. It doesn't look like much till you backstitch to bring out the details, but basically I finished this cup. The cup was these stitches weren't done and the cup was only about halfway, so I filled in the drink. It's minus a couple stitches I still haven't put in. I pull this out a couple more times. It will be done. It is super cute. I love the colors. I love the look of it. It's really pretty. So that is Pina Colada. All right. Now, the next counted cross stitch I worked on is one that you've been seeing for a very, very long time. It is the one I was supposed to have done before I finished the Rose of Sharon, and I didn't have it done. I still have not frogged out the 1/1 stitching that needs to be frogged out. I think that I've got like anxiety thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna get that out? But I'll get to it. It is Mirabilia's The Sun Goddess. This is what she will look like when she is finished. And this is what she would look like the last time you've seen her. And I put, no stats, right? I put a bunch of stitches. Here is the whole of her. And yeah, it's not ironed. I will wash it and iron it before I put the beads on, or let's see here. And I've got this little mark on there that I'm hoping will come out when I go to wash it. All right, so I completed her arm. I have finished stitching all of this. I did her bracelets. What's left is just beads and this ornateness on the back of the chair. And I'm working up into her neck right here. So this area here is new. Turn it this way. I'm okay with the 2/2 skin. I was a little disappointed in myself because I know the 1/1, it just looks so smooth and so neat and tidy, but it is a bitch. It is hard. Kudos and hands off, hats off, hands clap, whatever, to all you people that do the 1/1 skin. Maybe I'll try it on my Bella Filipina on the 28 count, but I found it really, really hard on 32 count to do 1/1 skin. I just get, and it's so time consuming. And this lady has so much skin, like all of her arms and her chest and her decoupage and her neck and her face. And yeah, so that is where we are sitting with Sun Goddess. I can't wait to get to the beading part. I've never done beading before, so I'm interested to do that. That will be fun. Put her back in the container. Another one I pulled out because I didn't have a clue what I wanted to work on, and I'm like, I don't know. So I pulled out Emma Congdon piece. Maybe she's Stitch Rovia. Anyways, the Pina Colada piece, I will put the name underneath of it, who designed it and created it. This one is, because Emma Congdon doesn't name her stitches or whatever, it's Every Love Story is beautiful, but ours is my favorite or something like that. So I just call it Every Love Story. And I put, just the other day I put a couple hundred stitches into it. So it's sitting at right now 1,996 stitches completed out of 18,120. So it's at 11%. And this is where we are with Every Love Story. And I'm just doing it, I think this is an 18 count cream Aida. 16 or 18 anyways. And I'm using the called for colors. Because I tried to do it with my own colors, didn't like it. So I ended up scrapping it, starting it over. So that is the Every Love Story. And the last counted cross stitch I want to share with you is a new start. Yes, like we need new starts, but it is what it is. And this is the one that I am doing. It is rose cuttings. It is an older dimensions kit. I got it from a D-stash site. Try to get less glare. It is so pretty. I'm doing it on the kit Ada and with the kit floss. I do believe it is a 14 count cotton Ada, ivory Ada. And this one I was counting every stitch I put into it. Go figure. So this one, even though it is a paper pattern, I do have a little bit of stats for it. I'm just trying to see, where did it go? There it is. I put 1,418 stitches into it. And I have been working on the first rows. Which way does it go? Oh, it goes this way. So you can definitely see the rose, that pink rose. I started in the middle and just working my way. It's so pretty. It's gonna be beautiful once you get the yellow one in there and stuff. So yeah, we got a good start on that one. It looks very good. You can really see when you hold it back, especially if I turn it a different way and hold it up, you can see the rose. I think it looks really cool that you can see how nice that looks. All right, so let's put that back in its bag. Try to keep them in their bag so I don't get everything all mixed up. And the next counted cross stitch that I want to share with you is the Quaker Flag, the Canadian Quaker Flag, another one of those decision fatigue days where I just pulled out my wheel and spun it and whatever came, and I got the Quaker Flag. So I put 745 stitches into it for 1,844 stitches out of 48,000, giving it to a 3.88%. So it's still not a lot. Let me just put something behind it so it's not as see-through. But I did finish this one, complete this one, and started into that one. And I'm using sulky thread, just red and white. And I decided to do it on this dark gray 16 count Ada. And she's gonna be a good size, but I think it's gonna be neat. I think it's a pretty design. What I'll do with it when I'm done, I have no idea. But that's for future Tanya to figure out, because current Tanya doesn't know, and current Tanya just likes stitching on it, so it doesn't matter. And the last of the counted ones to show you is one that you haven't seen for a while. It's a Heaven and Earth design. It is called At the Watering Hole. This is what it will look like when it's finished. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. I have a full page finish down on the upper left corner. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like before with the upper left corner page finish and then some. So this chart actually has, where are we at here? At the watering hole, where are you? Bum, bum. At the watering hole. This chart actually has 10,293 stitches completed out of the 437,500, and it's at 2.36%. I put like 463 stitches into it, which isn't a ton. But what I did do is move my scroll rods to where the eye was. I counted it very carefully, marked everything, gridded everything, and I decided I wanted to stitch the tiger's eye. I'm going to grab a paper envelope, go behind it. This one's really tricky to show because it's so big. So we have a small start on the eye, which doesn't look like a whole lot of anything. But I'm hoping if I can pick it up a few more times and get a few hundred more stitches into it, that it will start. I just needed something more than just black and orange rust color. And I wanted to see the face. So I said, I'm going to the face. So I moved it down to the face. I actually have one more counted that I forgot about, and I'm going to pause you because I got to go get it. Hello, I'm back. I thought that I paused it. I stopped it. So I have to splice these two videos together, and hopefully I'll be able to do that easy peasy. All right, so the next one I want to show you is one that I purchased when I first decided I wanted to start cross stitching again. And then I realized, oh, I'm going to go to Michael's and buy a cross stitch kit. And I bought a Dimensions Gold, which is hard. And I started it and I jacked it up bad because I was not at the level of Dimensions Gold. I bought this one. I bought Rocky Point, and it's pretty complex, and it's a huge stitch on 18 count fabric. I had completed probably this section up here, but I didn't follow the rules. I didn't do it properly. I made mistakes, and I said I UFO'd it. And the other day I'm thinking, you know what? This is a beautiful, beautiful kit. Jen the Caffeinated Crafter is stitching it, and yeah, I've had a few other people have talked about it, so I'm like, I'm just gonna restart it. So I had gotten some grab bag fabric from Forbidden Fiber Co. I believe it was Forbidden Fiber Co. Anyways, it was unnamed Oopsie fabric, so this is 36 count Edinburgh linen, and just I have no idea what kind of color. It's very neutrally kind of cool grayish color with some bits and splashes in it, but it's full coverage anyway. So this is my restart of Dimensions Gold Rocky Point. It's about 480 some stitches or something like that. I decided to start in the middle this time and work my way up to the lighthouse, which will start right here. So that's the plan. So it's not really a new start, it's a restart. I just didn't want to waste it. I could possibly run out of some of the colors because I had the other done, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to like color match it enough with my master set that I should be okay. So that is all of my counted, and I have a surprise, something that I never have on this channel. We all know that finishes are rare because I am a stitch what you want when you want, and I'm predominantly a full coverage stitcher. So finishes are rare. Well, fully finishes are even rarer because this is my very first fully finished. And I'm proud of myself for how I did it. It is Autumn Favorites by Shannon Christine. I finished it. I put it on the sticky mat board, and I glued it. And then I glued this orange rickrack around it, and then this paper, this is another sticky board, and I had bought this jelly roll of fabric, and so I picked a fall fabric, and then I put the strips on there and glued it around the edge and did magnets. So that's the back. And I have the 2 magnets here and 2 magnets here. You just stick it on, line it up right, and there you have, hang it. I bought this wooden board at Michael's. I'm not sure, I might stain it just a slight bit darker, like a natural, just because it's, for me, I like the wood just a slight bit darker. But I think that is so pretty. It's all set to hang up in my kitchen this fall. And as I pick other patterns that may look good on this type of setup, I can just take this one off. And I got these magnets from Amazon, and they're strong AF. And put it back on, and there's my fully finished. How awesome is that? Yay me! I never have a fully finish. All right, so now let's get into my stamped kits. There are 6 stamped kits that I worked on. The first one I'm going to show you is one that I have been working on for a very, very long time. I got this in my early year of stitching. It is a Joy Sunday kit, and I know that the artwork is originally, I think, Dimensions. They tend to copy a lot of Dimensions. And it's just called Tiger 3. And I have been working on him for some time. And I worked on him a fair bit while I was on vacation. I took him with me because he was a quick and easy stamped kit to work on. And we're so close to being finished that I just needed to, yeah. If I have a picture of what it looked like before I took it, like since the last time you've seen it, I'll put it here. And here is where we are now. It is so nice. It is turning out so beautiful. I have come all the way down here and completed every stitch over to there. Completed every stitch over to here and down to here. So I only have this section left. I'll show you the back because that's where you can see what's left. All that's left is that blank spot. The rest of it is all done. And this one is definitely getting framed when I'm finished because it's beautiful. So that is Tiger and my progress on him. He's definitely getting framed. I can see him in a nice black frame. It's just beautiful. All right, so that's the first one. Second one I'm working on is a little kit from Lola. These are licensed. This is artwork by Natalia Narduki. It's called White Fox. And I was just bored one night, wanted something new, so I pulled this out. I've had it for a while, but I hadn't pulled it out to work on it. And I'll show you the back so you can see where I've actually stitched. I stitched the fox, his ears, and in his head, and up in that corner. So, because it's really difficult on a stamp stitch kit to see where you actually stitched because the colors throw you off so much. So you really do have to look at the back to see the progress of the stitch. So there's not a lot of progress on that because that's just a new start since the last time also. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is one from the Stamped Stitch Club. Again, the Stamped Stitch Club is licensed art, and it is beautiful, beautiful pieces that you would see on Heaven Earth Designs that's done into a beautiful, extremely clear, very well written, very well charted stamped kit. So if your eyes are starting to get a little bit wonky on you, or maybe you need an evening stitch piece that when the lighting's not as great, it's easier for you to stitch on it, I highly recommend the Stamped Stitch Club. They are fantastic and the quality is really, really, really good. So this one is Till Death, and this is what it will look like when it is finished. And this is what it would have looked like the last time you've seen it. And there's not a ton of extra work that I've done on it. It's really hard to see. Mine's an 18 count. So you're not gonna see like oodles and oodles of progress here. But I am working on completing all the white. So the last time I picked it up, I brought all this white down and in there. So there is my progress on Till Death. There's a lot of confetti. Is it just because it's a stamp doesn't mean it's not confetti. It is every bit as quality as a Haid or Stitch Is So Beautiful or any of those other ones that beautiful charting companies. Stamp stitch doesn't necessarily mean easier stitch, it's just easier to see and no counting. So that is my progress on Till Death. I have another Stamped Stitch Club that I am working on as well, and it is a Mandy Manzano piece. It is called Make a Wish, Take a Bite. It is one that I loved as a diamond painting. It is one I loved as a cross stitch, and I seen that she had it in her stamped cross stitch options, and I'm like, yes. So I bought it. Not a lot of progress on it because I didn't take it with me when I was on vacation, but here we are for progress on this one. This is what it will look like when it's done. I gotta do that first so you can see what it is. And this is where we are. Again, this is 18 count. So I'm working on filling in all this red. And now I'm bringing threads down to start working on this next swoop of a curtain. It's beautiful. Yeah, it looks so fantastic. Put that back in there. Next one I worked on, again, is a licensed art kit from the company called WattoBiz. WattoBiz has a Facebook page. They do diamond art. They do counted so that you can get just the charts, and they do stamped. Sandy over at WattoBiz has done constant feedback of improvements and modifications, and she keeps striving to do better and better and better, and her product is getting better and better and better. So the product I show you today is fantastic, but not as good as the product that you'll get tomorrow, because I did order more, right? So she's always striving to improve. She's always taking feedback and working with it, and I commend her for that. They also do an auction every month at the first weekend of the month on a certain WattoBiz auction group, and if you want the link to get there, just leave me a comment and I will post the link. Or maybe I'll just post the link in the description box for her auction page and for her Facebook page. She's got beautiful art, and when you do the auction, all the photographs are one-ofs. So you are the only person that will have that exact print. There may be variations of it that go to the website where other people can buy it, but on this auction site, she starts in the morning, she posts an image, the size, and then the starting amount, and you bid on it. And you can oftentimes get it a fair bit cheaper through the auction than you would if you bought it on the website, and it's a one of a kind, it's yours, and you can decide if you want 11 count, 14 count, 16 count. You know, the sky's the limit. So I have several WattoBiz kits that I've purchased over the years, over the year and a half. This is the one that was working on last. She is beautiful. It was an auction win. I love her. And I started in the upper left corner. I didn't get a lot of progress done on her. Like I said, I was away for a couple weeks. But here is where I am at. So just basically picking the next open color and bringing it down. I was doing this block by block with parking. I can't do it. I can't. My brain, even though I like having it stitched done like that, my brain can't handle park stitches. They drive me bonkers. So I'm slowly working these park stitches back in. It looks so good. Like this is her hair. That's a feather up there. Look at that butterfly. The butterfly looks amazing. So that is my progress on my WattoBiz kit. One of many, many, many that I have. And the next one I worked on, I got from VIP Cross Stitch. I don't know that I have a picture of, yeah. It's not a very good picture. It's actually a Cooler Studios, Cooler Designs or Cooler Studios image. That's a terrible image of it. It's the summertime. Yeah, the summertime sampler. It's a terrible image of it. I love the design. But yeah, I'm doing it with the stamped kit. Don't know, like I said, don't know if it's, probably not legit, but I have it, so I'm stitching it. So this is where I am with that one. I've been back stitching as I go. So I got the top part of the shells done and this little area with the lighthouse done. And what I finished this time was that tomato seed packet. All these little ladybugs are done. And I'm starting over here in this one. I'm just gonna do each little motif at a time. So I'm gonna complete this little banner and this little spot here. and then maybe I'll move over here and do the center medallion. But it looks so good. It's coming out so good. I love that design. So that was my last stamped cross stitch update. Just trying to stand those up in there. So that is the 21 different whips that I've worked on in the last month. Oh, sorry, I just shook the camera. Hopefully this video is not too super long. I stopped the other one, but I can't remember how far it was. I'd like to try to keep them to an hour max. So I'm really proud of myself. I have that fully finished. That's fantastic, and my family thinks it's really beautiful. So I'm happy about that. As far as what I'm going to do in the next couple weeks is pretty much what I've been doing. I will pull the hate cell out and work on it regularly. I'm hoping to get the Lola Crow out and maybe get a couple more feet done on that one. But otherwise, I stitch what I want when I want, and whatever feels right. And I actually started a crochet project this morning that I want to work on. It's a hooded shawl. I bought the pattern this morning from a company called I Crochet. So I am really stoked about that. If I have a picture, I'll put a picture in here of what the hooded shawl looks like. It's so beautiful. So I seen it and I just had to do it. Maybe I'll finish this one. I don't know. I've got about probably 10 different crochet projects started that I didn't finish. But that's typical of me. I just have more whips, oh, excuse me, than finishes. It's been a long day already, and it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm not sure. I hope the lighting in here is decent. I may try filming in a different room next time, because I do find this room after the afternoon goes by, it's a little dimmer. I have a natural light window over there and a lamp on, and hopefully it's okay. So if you have any questions about any of the work that I've shared with you today, please just drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're stitching on and all that good stuff. And so I did forget to mention that I bought all the floss and everything to start Owl Force Embroidery's Emerald City. I've seen a couple of Flosstubers talking about people starting the Emerald City, and I can't remember who it was. If I could remember, next time I'll write it down when I see it. And it's a free pattern from Owl Force Embroidery. So I picked up the floss for it yesterday. I've got this green floss or green fabric that might work for it. So you'll probably see that on my next Flosstube. So until then, I hope that you all have a fantastic next couple of weeks. Enjoy the beautiful weather, the hot sunny weather. Stay warm if you're in a different climate and you're experiencing your winter. Even though your winters are more like our falls. But still, it's cold for you, and I get it, and I respect that. I am not ready for winter to come here. Oh, no, 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 no. I am loving my summer. Now that my deck's getting built to be put on, I am so excited, and get my hot tub installed. Yay! I know I didn't talk a lot about, excuse me. I didn't talk a lot about my vacation. Oh my goodness, yawn. Because I didn't want to waste a whole bunch of time because I had so much other stuff. We had a great time. It was fabulous. We spent a lot of time with family. Seen things we never dreamed we'd see, and did things we never dreamed we'd do, and have memories to last a lifetime for it. It was great. But now we're home. It's back to getting stitching, get the deck on, get things going. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will talk to you soon. Much love, and keep stitching. Bye.